Hey guys, it's Sammy, aka the Traffic Cone. Today I just want to show you a couple of general map tips that I've sort of picked up from playing the new DLC maps. And the first one is to help take out people in that tower in the center of studio, which can be really hard if there's people up there. You can't really do anything. So just stand on the trailer. Make sure you're careful to check on your right, just in case there's people coming down that way as well. And then you should be able to take them out no problem. And if they do see you, they're just going to see a little head popping up. And that's for this side of the spawn. So if you spawn on the other side, it's actually two different places you can do it. One's a little bit safer, but you can't see quite as much. So this is the slightly more dangerous one. You need to really check up there if there's going to be people up there sniping at you or shooting, and then you can sort of see it quite clearly from there. And then the other one is by here, which isn't quite, you can't see quite as much of it, but if there is someone hanging on the left, then you're going to be able to take them out. So maybe check that one first, then come up here, and then obviously check up the alley, and then you should be good to go. I thought I'd check this in, even though I think probably most people didn't know about this, but you can obviously climb up through there, and you can climb up the other side, just in case there's people camping in there. There's a lot of ways into this room, so useful to know. And this is a tip for capturing B. If you lie down here, you can see people coming to the left of you, and shoot their feet, and if you need, you can pop up. You can also see underneath the little targets as well if you have to. And if you spawn on the other side, then this is probably the best capture spot I've got for this. You can also capture it by that door as well, but I find this spot a little bit easier. You need to look up above you, even though I'm not doing it right here. B is quite a bitch to capture on this map, studio, firing range, whatever you want to call it, unless you've got like a teammate or two helping you. So that's pretty much all I got for this map. There's obviously a lot more, but let's go on with Vertigo. So on Vertigo, there's these hidden rooms either side. You may know about them already, but I just thought I'd show you. They're kind of useful for flank routes, and also for like hiding your attack inserts if you need to. Also up on this side, you can obviously make use of the ladders, but for a shortcut you can jump across here. You will take damage though, so make sure you haven't taken any shots before you do the jump. So if we quickly run over to B domination, I've got a couple of, not really tips for capturing it, but more for just sort of defending it and hanging around by it. Come on man, should have put extreme edition on, there's people waiting. Alright then, so we're here. So this is a lot better from this side, but you jump here, you jump there, and then you sort of stand here and pop out. It's also quite good for capturing as well, I guess. You know, people aren't really going to be expecting you for dropping down from there, so it's going to give you that little smidgen. You can also stand here, and you can hear if you hear the door open, turn around and shoot people. So I think it'd be quite useful on search and destroy. It does work on this side, but you've obviously got to watch more because you've got that little door there as well to take care of. Obviously I would practice doing this a couple of times in private games, because I've died a hell of a lot doing that in public games, so I wish I would have just spent a bit of time practicing. But I think that will be quite useful to a couple of people. And then on this side we also have some rooms which I didn't know about for a while, so I thought I'd show you that. This is where I like to hide my attack insert. If on something like demolition is really useful, because it's really hard to get that the bomb, I think it's B bomb, which is on the right of the screen now. And if you attack insert in there, you can really mess with the team spawns and allow the rest of your team to push forward. So up next we've got some sort of Magma. There's not really that much to give really, but you can jump onto this little thing here if you'd want it for some reason. Might be good on something on search and destroy. You know, people aren't really going to be expecting you to be there. You can also see over to buy B flag as well on domination, so you could also jump back. But you can, but I can't seem to make it for some reason. But you know, the spot's there if you need it, and maybe you'll find a reason. I really couldn't find that many reasons. But also you can run across these little black lava paths. It looks like it's going to kill you, but you actually can make it across there. And other than that, the only spot I've got is just a bouncing Betty spot really for the A flag on domination. And the only reason I say it's there is just because obviously when the enemy sees your bouncing Betties, they're red, and it kind of blends in. So wait, if I can actually place it in the right place. Just, I guess any way you can put it on there. Just when it's red, it sort of looks like a piece of lava, so they're not going to notice it, and hopefully you might get yourself a double kill or something like that. Or if you're really lucky, you could get a triple kill if your team flipped the spawn. And they're obviously defense skills, so they're going to give you a lot of points as well. So in encore we've got a couple of spots as well. There's one here which is really, it's a little bit campy, but it can be useful just to sort of check people through the fence, because they're not going to notice you. They're just going to look like a part of the fence really, unless they're looking quite carefully. Probably useful to stop people rushing over the left on search and destroy, which they do tend to do a lot, and you can also keep an eye on the right as well. And this next spot is really, you can use it in any game mode, but I find it's going to be most useful in hardpoint. Is there an actual hardpoint here, and you can just keep the hardpoint. You can get points here, or if the enemy's there, you can keep it contested if you don't want to try and challenge them. You can also pop up and get a lot of cover as well, but I tend to just lie down and let my enemies teammates get the kill just while we get all the points. And you can also lie on this side of the roll if you're spawning on the other side. It's not quite as good, and you probably want to face towards this way so you can pick off people if they do appear on there. I'm not sure if they can actually see you if you're hiding back there, but it's probably worth just getting some kills as well and helping your teammates out. So for this next tip, we're going to switch over to some actual gameplay. This was actually got on demolition, but this would work on domination as well. Wouldn't work on kill confirmed on team deathmatch, as the spawns are just far too flippy, and you have to make sure that your teammates don't actually capture the C flag, which is, I think it's a C flag or A flag, which is actually right nearby here. So you'd have to need a coordinated effort on domination. But if you just put your attack insert nearby and come here with something like a rifle, you can just keep the enemy held right back, which makes it really easy for your teammates to target the bomb as well, to plant the target, and it should hopefully result in you winning. As you can see, I'm getting quite a lot of kills here, and I'm using SMR, no perks and attachments, and I'm not really that good with the semi-autos either, so if I can do quite well with it, I'd hate to see what a sniper could do. You know, I think they could probably wreak quite a bit of carnage with it. So this last clip is actually just a bonus clip for Vertigo I thought I'd chuck in. It's actually my friend playing Welsh Duke 88 on Search and Destroy, and as you can see, it's actually quite a good spot for getting kills with the Riot Shield, especially as a lot of people like to sneak down that little alley and there's absolutely no way for them to flank around you. So with a Riot Shield, it's absolutely ridiculously powerful just in this one area of the game. So anyway guys, I'm sure there's plenty more spots to be discovered, but that's pretty much all the ones I've got so far. I hope it's been useful to you, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye bye now. Bye bye.